Welcome back to the Life and Tribe podcast. This is episode 231. We had to have him back on right away. It's our good friend Zouhair Talbi, fresh off of his 2:05 marathon at the Houston Marathon, where he broke the course record and had an epic win. He is the third fastest American all time now in the marathon. What an epic performance. How can you not be a fan of this guy? He's just such a nice guy. And we love having him on, love chatting. So we broke down the whole race. He actually had a really good race on his hands, and he had to break the guy in second place late in the race. He broke down that whole sequence of events for us on this episode, which was really cool to listen to his thoughts going through that time. His last move that broke the Ethiopian guy that got second place. So just really cool to hear his thoughts pre-race, during the race, and what he's thinking now for the future after the race as one of the best Americans on the circuit now. So really exciting time for Zouhair. We're really thankful he hopped right back on the pod literally right after he got home from Houston. So if you enjoyed the episode, please leave a review, drop a comment, share with a friend. Make sure you follow Zouhair. I'll play his Strava and Instagram in the show notes. When we're running through Norton Commons or the Pewee Valley area in Louisville, Kentucky, it's pretty easy to spot Mason Construction Home. The attention to detail, the quality, the stunning design, you can't miss it. It stands out. We aren't just saying that either. Our own co-host Scotty trusted Mason Construction to build his forever home, and he and his family couldn't be happier. Don't tell Scotty this, but we're at his house a lot because we love the home. He's all right too, though. If you live in the Louisville or Southern Indiana area and are thinking about building your forever home or doing a remodel, there is nobody else to trust with this project than Mason Construction. The link to their website is in our show notes. Click on the request information option and start the conversation about what your forever home could look like. What a legendary day you had yesterday, man. How are you feeling coming off the race? Are you sore?
Of course, yeah. That's you can't skip that part where you win a race and you're not sore the next day. I mean, even you don't win, even you like just participate in a marathon, you can't skip that part where you're sore and you can't go through the go down the stairs or go up the stairs. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sore, but I think yeah, it was a great day, and yeah, there's a lot to talk about about it for sure.
What was your post-marathon meal?
That's what I was gonna ask. Yeah.
The post marathon meal was just pizza. It was offered by the race organizers in just the hospitality suite in the hotel. Yeah, so I just went. It took me, I don't know, 3 hours before I got to the room. Then yeah, then just showered and then just went and I got pizza and as I don't know, Coke and some brownies as dessert. So it was just random stuff.
Yeah. So when you woke up race morning, were you feeling like everything was good, slept good, felt good, felt prepared, or were you pretty nervous when you woke up?
I'm actually was calm for some reason. I usually get nervous before, before big races or before a race that I want to do something. Yeah, this time I was just calm and yeah, I was a little bit nervous, but not to that point where like, stressed or anything. So I was just calm the whole time. I went to bed. I slept. Usually, uh, when I'm nervous, I don't sleep until like, keep like waking up during the night or something. But this time was everything lined up perfectly. I slept um I don't know, my 5 hours. You can't sleep
Yeah.
more hours than usual, but it was fine. I woke up just straight when got my breakfast, like bagel and some coffee. Yeah, and went to the race.
Did you I saw your family was there with you. Did you stay in the room with your family? I know you have like a young son or
Yeah,
so you stayed with your family?
yeah. I slept with, yeah, with my son, my wife, and people that have kids, they know that my son right now, he's teething. He has this fifth, uh the canine uh tooth. Like it's one of the hardest ones. And yeah, he was crying the whole time. Not the whole time, but at least he woke. I mean, thank God I was not waking up. But my
Yeah.
wife woke up like 4 times to just like, yeah, um get him back to sleep. But it was not too bad. She did not stay awake the whole night, but it was definitely interrupted sleep for her. I mean, I can notice as well, but I was in a deep sleep, so I was
Yeah.
she's
Though, yeah, that's a good thing. That's good that your wife was there to help you out. I've heard we've had other pros on the pod that have said like their family's been in the same city, but like the night before the race, they'll like stay in a different room, just to like, just because their kids wake up and stuff. So that's an interesting tidbit, I guess, before the race that you stayed with the family. That's awesome.
yeah, I don't want to take that risk and end up not sleeping, because I know you're by yourself in a room, nothing, no
Yeah.
noise, and you still can't even sleep the night before a race. So I'm
Yeah.
like, whatever happens, I don't usually put a lot of stress for the night of the race. So I'm like, um yeah, but I know that whatever happened, at least, I mean, for crying or something happened, my wife will take care of it.
Yeah.
And which I'm thankful for that. And yeah, and my son is not like, um he just cries for a little bit, and just, you know she feed him or something, or
Yeah.
whatever he needs, and he get back to sleep. Is It doesn't stay awake that long.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'll tell you one thing. I think the city of Houston loves you, man. The announcement they had at the start line with your name was awesome. They're like course record holder Zouhair Talbi, and I was going crazy back there for you, man. I was hands up. I was like, I know him. So, uh,
I think
yeah, yeah, that was cool. That was cool. Yeah,
I
they
think
they
just
love you, man.
winning there before and setting a course record there and coming back again, I think that's get a lot of, you know it's like a familiar face to them, like I've been there. So I think, yeah, yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm happy that they're very welcoming. And yeah, we had so much fun being there. And I think, I always have I always have fun when I go there. And I also run fast when I go there. So it's a perfect combination.
Do you think that first like 5K, 10K was it everything pretty smooth? The first like bit of the race, was there any mishaps? Or it seems like just looking at the splits that the pacing was pretty good. Was there anything off the first bit of the race, or was it pretty smooth early on?
The pace, I won't complain. The pace was great. I won't say perfect, but I would
Yeah.
say it's great at the most the part, because I know we, just looking at my watch. Um, so we're targeting 2:59 per kilometers. Um,
Yep.
and now we went the first kilometers at 3:05, which is 4 seconds slower.
Yeah.
But I did not freak out, because I'm like, oh, it was cold, and maybe the body will take a minute to warm up. And also the pacers noticed that, and the did a move. I think, that's why I say it's not perfect, because it
Yeah.
was a little bit of, hey, uh we want a little bit slow in this mile, let's catch up in the next one. But for me, as someone wants to break the course record, I just need someone. I need to look at 5K instead of just a mile or 1K. So they were like, the time was perfect each 5K. So they were like, balancing it, each mile. So if 1 mile went slow, the next one, but slow means like, I don't know, 3 4 seconds. It was
Yeah.
not. I don't think I run like more or under 4 seconds. It was in that range of 4 seconds. I think it was good.
Do you notice people on the course in the crowds when you're racing like that? Or, for example, I think at mile 7 at the Houston Marathon, there's a priest blessing the runners with holy water. Did you get
I
any holy water, or did
I
you
did
see him?
not notice. I did not notice. I don't know. I don't know if he was there when it was, uh, you know, when it was. I did not notice that. I noticed. Um, a friend of mine, she was in mile 23, but she told me I'm going to be in mile 23, and
Oh,
I noticed her. But usually, you're more focused. You can hear a name, but you don't turn to like see who is there. So you just like
Yeah.
keep running.
yeah. Did so there's a climb right before the half marathon point, and there's also like a 180 turn right when you go, down from the climb. Did
Yeah.
any of that like throw you off your momentum at all, or were you feeling pretty good at that point?
I paced that hill, so I felt that the pace was slowing down a little bit. Then I actually was like pushing the pacers to go a little bit more faster in that hill,
Mm.
and at that, yeah, the turn, I was like, yeah, um, I tried to accelerate in the turn just to make sure I'm on pace, because usually what happens is if you slow down to turn, or yeah, if you slow down to turn, you might lose that momentum, and if you don't realize it, you might like end up running a slower mile there. So
Mhm.
I was making sure we're on pace. Um,
Yeah.
then even like I step up one on the pacers, just to let them know that maybe it's a little bit slow or something. But yeah,
Yeah.
overall it was good. It was good.
Well, one thing that surprised me and I was worried about when I saw the start list was that I was worried that you were going to be running solo a lot of the race once the pacer stepped off, but that wasn't the case. You had five guys, or there was, including you, there was five guys racing in your pack at halfway still, right? Was there five
Yeah,
guys besides?
I was I was actually surprised that, so when the pacers stepped out at 25K, we were still four of us. And this is what happened, because people ask how the race went, and I was like, actually, this is I hope someone listened to this podcast and give me a scientific like a scientific explanation of this. But my body just shut down at like 26K. Is like I feel like dizziness and feel like I'm gonna
Really?
fall, or my legs are heavier. And I was like, oh my god, this is can't happen today. I'm like, I trained for this, and I don't know what did I did wrong, but I don't know what's happening. So for 3 minutes straight was like, I did not feel good at all. I was like, I just let them pace, and I was behind them, behind the group I was with. And then that feeling was going away. And I heard maybe there is a switch in your body where the source of energy changes at certain point, where
Yeah.
you're not taking carbs. I'm not sure. I haven't researched it yet, but maybe that switch from carbohydrate to like fat, that
The
can that
fats.
can
Yeah.
that can cause that. And my wife said the same thing. She said, I felt the same way at certain point of the race. So, but overall, after that, I was like, oh, I feel good now. And we start going some downhills, and that's when I pick it up. So I would say around 28K, which is like around 18, 19 miles. That's when I start pushing. And I will say 32K. I can use miles. That would be easier. For 20 miles, we were three of us at 20 miles, I think. And
Wow.
at 20, I would say 22 miles, just the Ethiopian guy who finished second is the one who was still with me. And that's when, he did his move. And I was actually going a fast pace at that point, faster than before. So I was like going, I think for most of the race we were going like 450 pace, around 450. Then I started going 445. Then he just from nowhere he give like a surge. So he's going under 445 at that point. I'm like, it took me 2 seconds to decide what I should do. Do I follow him? Then I was like remembering, oh man, in Chicago, the last 5K, I died. Like, I mean, I had stomach issue and all that, but I was thinking about that feeling when you die and you hit the wall. I was like, maybe it's too soon for that. So, um, I let him go, but my eyes was on him the whole time. I did not want him to go too far. But one thing I realized quickly was like turning around too much. Like, yeah, more
Mm.
than usual. Is like, then I was like, maybe he's not confident in his move. And um, then quickly enough, which is maybe after like a mile and a half or 2 miles, I can see him slowing down a little bit. Then I that gives me more encouragement to get him to
Yeah.
get close to him. And at that point I was like, maybe he's done. But from there I give like 2 or 3 hard surges, and he was with me the whole time. So he was not. So the
Wow.
surges I was doing is like a 30-second like sprint. And he was there. So um
Wow.
and there was like, you know what? So we took 1 mile before the 40K mark. It was like slow. I was just like um I was just testing him, see how he feels. Then I was like, if I want to win, I have to do something right now. So right before 40K, that's when I did my final move, and I think it took 20 seconds. Then I looked back and it was like 4 or 5 steps behind. I was like, oh God, that's what I want. And then I give another move, and it was an uphill. So I know if I already give him some steps, then go uphill hard, he's not gonna catch up. So that's what happened. So a lot of people are upset about the rolling hills at the end, but actually for someone who want to use tactic to win the race, I think it's in your
Yeah.
favor. Like, I think those rolling hills at the end makes it you know tactical to win the race, and I think he worked in my favor. Yeah, so from mile to go, I was solo, and at that point I knew I'm gonna win the race. But I was like, maybe we can. And I knew because they did something nice in the race where there is a car that gives
Yep.
you projected time
I
and
saw that. Yeah.
how fast each kilometers and how fast each miles. And that was awesome. And the guy who was in that car, he's a German guy who like a German company that works with Houston. And I saw him like yeah, 40K. I was like, let's go. I was like, yeah, I think that's what I needed. Like, also by the end, a lot of crowd was there. And because my
Yeah.
bib, I don't know, I don't think they know me personally, but when you see the first name on the bib, you can call the name. And yeah, I was hearing a lot of people saying my name, and I think that also helped. giving the last
Yep.
push until the finish. Yeah, but it was overall, it was a great day.
Are you a runner? Do you need running shoes, gear, apparel, more? If so, I got the scoop for you. Kencom's Running Store is the best place to buy any running supplies you need. Located in the St. Matthews area of Louisville, Kentucky, their friendly staff will take excellent care of you. If you are a newer runner and need help finding the right shoes, or you're looking to get plugged into the Louisville running community, this is where you need to start. If you don't live in Louisville, check out werunlou.com. We have a discount code and the link to the website in the show notes, and the shipping is free for purchases over $100. I promise you, Matt and team are the friendliest people you can meet. Don't hesitate. Get your running supplies at Kencom's Running Store and support an amazing local business. Dude, it's fun, because you're such like a friendly guy when we have podcasts and stuff, but hearing you like break down the race and just like hearing like that mentality you have in the race of like, like you kind of like smell like this guy was starting to fall off and you're like, I gotta like make this final move on him. Like there's a line in that like, quiet, friendly guy on race day. So that was fun to hear you break it down because, just from the outside looking in, you wouldn't think again, such a friendly guy. So just hearing your mentality in the race and just how much of a competitor you are in that moment, it's really cool to hear.
Yeah.
You break it down, man. So
no, I was like, one thing I was repeating to myself while racing, I can't lose. I can't lose today. I was basically talking to myself, I can't lose. I have to win. I have to win today. And I think the approach you're coming to the race helps a lot, how you feel as well. I think especially when things get hard,
Yeah.
you need to be competitive to like win the race. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I wanted to ask too, because I remember on our preview podcast you said that you weren't doing any gels this time around. So did you was your fueling successful with just the bottles
it
overall?
was it was very successful
Nice.
for the first time, because I run Boston. I always have stomach issues. Most races I did, I had stomach issues. This time, maybe the weather, maybe, but I did not use gels. I only used the 360 mix, and I also did not use a lot this time. I just used just enough.
Mm.
I think I used like maybe 800 calories total. So maybe I
Oh,
use only
wow.
three. I would say I use three mix, 360 mix. Then
Mm.
I don't think I always drink maybe 80% or 85% of the mix. So I assume that I drink like around 700 to 800, which
Yeah.
previously I know that's what I only need to run fast. I don't need more than that. So, but there is certain marathons where I load a lot. I drink more than what I need, and I think that can also cause stomach issues.
Yep.
But also, I was practicing a lot recently, just taking a lot of drinks while I'm
Mm.
doing my long runs and tempos. I didn't think maybe my stomach is getting used to it.
Yeah. I think that's key in like becoming a veteran marathoner is like just on everyone's seems to be different. Like we had a friend just take two like 100 Martin gels, so like just 50 grams of carbs the whole race, and he had a great race. And then we had another friend take 300 grams of carbs, and they almost ran the same time. So you kind of just got to learn over experience in the marathon what works for you and how you feel good going to the finish and what works on your stomach. So yeah, it sounds
Yes.
like you got that
Yeah.
figured out now. So that's great.
I won't say that until I repeated the same thing somewhere
Yeah.
else. Then I'll be like, oh, okay, this is working. Because I don't know, I'm still I'm still scared from fueling. It's something that
Yeah.
sometimes you
Yeah.
think you figure it out, then something else happened, and I'm not
Yeah.
too sure, to be honest with you.
Marathoning is like that, where one day something works and the next day it doesn't.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. Zuhair, did you notice more like media attention and everything? Because like this was kind of your first race with the American flag next to your name, which was like a huge deal. Like the on the front, I'm on letsrun.com every day, like the running news website, and like right at the front, it's like Zouhair Talbi runs 205 at Houston, first race with the American flag. So this was a huge deal in the U.S. running world, right? Because, I mean, it's the second fastest. I mean, I correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's the third fastest time by an American all time,
Yes.
and it's your first race with the American flag next to your name. So that
Yes.
this race was a huge deal. Did you experience like a lot more maybe media attention
Yeah.
and like just social media stuff than you ever had before?
I was saying, I would say most big media that I follow, they spoke about this
Yeah.
race, and yeah, also like a lot of people reached out that watched the race. Like I was just overwhelmed with how many like messages I got in my Instagram. Like I'm still like didn't check all of them, but like yeah,
Thanks
it's
for answering
hundreds.
us, man.
Yeah, I think
You're a real one.
yeah, I think people are really appreciate this performance, and I just wanna thank everyone that really send me a message, and I'm sorry if I didn't reply yet, but yeah, thank you for all the support.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just cool. Like again, first race with the American flag. It was kind of like your announcement to the American running scene. Like here I am, and to go out and just drop such a epic performance was just like, that put fear into the rest of the U.S. marathoning for sure. So I'm excited to see you in races like Boston, Chicago, New York, like the American majors now because you're going to be competing for like the top American at these major races now, which is really exciting for you. So, I mean, this is like a whole and like sponsors, like all of that stuff, appearance fees, like this. I feel like this really, and maybe you can, comment on that, but like this is going to make a huge impact on your career. This one performance, right? Like all your
Yeah,
future races.
yeah, absolutely. I think there is difference between you say right publicly, not just like by yourself. You say publicly, I was like what I was saying in Chicago, I was going for 205. I'm at 205, I want to run 205, and you haven't done it yet. So in everyone's seeing it as like it's an excuse if you don't do it. There's just not, you don't need even to say anything about it. And they think, first of all, I just want to prove to myself that I do what I say, like not just randomly say I can run 205, and I was in the pace to run 205, and I had a stomach issue. It's just like that. I don't want to be that person who gives excuses. I just want to say, also, because sometimes when I explain in my social media, I explain to my friends, like people that I really know and people that I really cares about me. They were like, hey, Zuhair, what happened in the race? I'm trying to like explain. But I think for most people, they were like, oh, it's just excuses, you can rely on that when you say you want to run something and you didn't. But this will definitely especially people uh that I spoke with before, like sponsors and all that, hey, this is my goals, this is my future goals. I want to run 205, then hopefully work towards something big, like being like one of the best in the world. So not even like talking about the US, or I wanna be one of the best US athlete, but also like just dreaming big and dreaming that, just looking at Connor Mans now, he's like finishing fourth in, in major marathons, and he did it twice. And that's like one of the best in the world. And like, you can follow the path and be like, because I don't think his dream, he's thinking about US as a, like, as a goal. Like he's thinking, hey, I need to like
Yeah.
compete with these guys in, he's talking about John Correa, he's talking about, all those big names, and they think that's the mentality I want to have as well. Like, I don't want to compare myself just in the nation. It's more like, hey, let's just think big, because that will bring my level closer to to being the best here. Like, you can't limit yourself. I think right now, I think sponsors, or I would say, or people that just follow you, they understand that, they start knowing that, hey, in the future, maybe this guy can achieve this, because he's he's progressing, I think. And also for me, uh that's encouraging, because that way I trust what I'm doing, like, because it's hard to trust what you're doing 100%, but if you trust it and it's working, and you have that formula, you discipline and all that, it's working, you can just keep doing it, and I think you get a higher result over the years.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. If you have a formula that's working, and just as long as you stay healthy, and you're still young too in your marathon career, you have a lot of good years of prime marathoning ahead of you. So it's like, okay, I ran 205, and in the next year, next 2 years, can I translate this to like a 203? All of a sudden, 203, you're in that like kind of 5 to 10 guys on planet Earth, right? So
Yes.
that's not really a crazy thing for you to say now. You just ran 205. So, and whatever you're doing is working for you. So it's a really exciting place to be. That's a good mindset to have.
Yeah.
Question for you, Zouhair. So now that you have set the course record at Houston again, you have run the third fastest marathon time by an American, and set a new PR. You're competing on the world stage. Your eyes are set on that. Are you more or less likely to get back on Strava?
Ooh, he said he would get back on
Yes, that's a good
Strava after
question.
Houston, man. He promised last episode.
I promised, yes, and so my last run, it's in Strava right now, which is the race I
Oh,
did.
the race?
So if you go, you will see my my race. But I'm taking a few days off. But as soon as I think as soon as I finish this podcast with you guys, I need to go and turn it, switch the button to on, and I think that would give me more accountability to, like, or more discipline to, like, keep posting, keep doing my my runs, and yeah, I will be in Strava. This is my promise.
Let's go, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna link that in the show notes. If you don't follow Zouhair on Strava, make sure you follow him. He's
He's going.
yeah, he's coming back, and it's funny. So like your last post is Houston Marathon, and then 2 posts before that is Chicago Marathon. So
Oh,
you can tell
really?
there's a big gap there. He
Well,
was
I don't
running in
see.
between
I
races.
have all my runs in Strava. It's just I'm not. It's
That's all.
I'm the only one
Yeah.
seeing that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's
I will turn it on, and I think the goal is to build another community in Strava, and
Yeah.
and
I wanted to ask, you had a slight negative split. I think you went like 103.05, then like 102.40, I think was your back half. So do you think running like a slight negative split is the fastest way to run a marathon, or do you think a positive split
I think
usually
that's
ends up the
what
faster
works
one?
for me. To be
Yeah.
honest, that's worked for me. I think moving forward, I will always try to negative split, because
Mm.
it's like, if you feel great, you're gonna negative split. If you don't feel great, at least you didn't push your body too much where you die at the end, I think.
Yeah.
Um,
No,
I
makes
think
sense.
negative split now in a flat course, of course, because you
Yeah.
can't do negative split in Boston. That's just out of the
No.
table, right? it's
Yeah, you
it's the
got to.
first part is downhill. You need to gain as much time as possible
Yeah.
in Boston in the first half. But
Yeah.
I will say for flat course, and I can consider Houston as a flat course as well. It's
Yeah.
good that you do a negative split, I think.
Hmm. Okay, good to know. We've discussed that before, so now we have a 205 guy confirming slight
Yeah.
negative split is
Yeah.
the best way.
Yeah, but you have a keyword there, slight negative
Yeah.
split.
Yeah.
Because if you go, if you give a big room in the beginning, it's very hard to
Yeah, run the time.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. So are you I know you probably I think you said I don't know if this was on or off the pod. I won't say any races or anything, but I know you were kind of trying to figure out your spring racing plan. Are you still kind of negotiating those plans at the moment? Nothing's official yet?
Yeah, nothing is officially yet. Yeah. So we're hoping to hear from them like in the next few weeks. Yeah.
I think it's official that the price just went up. So yeah, I think
Yeah.
don't get to hear any bad offers at this point. The price just went
Yeah.
through the moon. So
Yeah, I hope so. You never know. But
yeah,
I hope this
you got a good
will,
agent.
yeah.
You got who's your agent? Is it Howie or
Yeah,
who's your
it's
agent?
Howie management, yeah.
Yeah, that's he's a great agent, so I'm sure he's gonna take good care of you with that for sure.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
that's
he's
Meb's
great.
brother, Danny Meb.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. It's Meb's brother's company. Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, he knows the sport well. So
Yeah,
well,
he knows
dude,
the sport well, and he's someone knows he always built long-term relationship with most races, and they know
yeah,
who he is, and they know what kind of athlete he brings. And yeah, I think everyone that I know, race organizers that I talk to, they love him. They have
mm,
a good relationship with him. So
yeah.
hoping that will work in my favor.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, well, it's good financially. It will, like I said, the price went up, so yeah, you're in business. Whatever race you want, they're gonna want you now. So for sure. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's an exciting time.
Yeah, I am so buying more Zouhair stock. I already bought it. I bought it
Yeah,
when you came on the podcast the first time, and I'm
Let's
buying
go.
more.
yeah,
Let's
dude.
go.
Let's
All
go.
right, a
Let's
lot of
go.
positive momentum. So,
Yeah.
but anything else, Danny, for Zouhair before we let him go, man?
Man, it was awesome tracking you at Houston. Thanks so much for jumping back on the pod, and enjoy your recovery, man. You earned it, and huge congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I will definitely enjoy my recovery. I was a little bit late for the podcast because of a friend of mine just gave me a huge surprise. He came pick me up with a limo from the airport. I was like, oh man, I never was. Yeah, my wife
Did
and
he have
I.
champagne and everything? Like what?
No, he knows I don't drink, so he did not bring
Yeah.
champagne, but he took me to a place where the cake and all that waiting for us with the time and the name and everything, and
Wow.
he's with the people that like always celebrate your successes, always celebrate small wins, or whatever wins you have, just
Hmm.
celebrate them. And it was fun having that friend waiting for us. It was great.
Wow, dude.
That is so cool.
Wow, that's a cool story, man. That's
Yeah,
thanks for sharing that. That's
I will
awesome.
send you the pictures. Hey,
Yeah,
it was fun. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, please do. Awesome. Well, Zuhair, thanks for coming on, man. It's really
Yeah.
fun. Like I feel like we kind of know you now, so seeing you successful and stuff, it
Mm.
kind of is like feels more personal now that we get to know you personally and stuff and know how just great of a guy you are. So yeah, we wish you continued success, man. And thanks for I know your Instagram's blowing up, so thank you for responding to us and
Yeah.
hopping
Yeah,
on
of
the day
course.
after the race.
Yeah, of course. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, of course. All right. Episode 231, the Houston Champ. Catch you on 232. See ya.